I wanted to do a follow-up video to my short about the native plant dodder because I think it's important to know how to control certain native plants that in their natural environment work with the things around them. Like if you saw dodder or hedge bindweed in the wild, you wouldn't need to go and control it because the ecosystem is meant to be balanced, and as long as that natural balance is happening, those plants will be fine. But in your garden situation, you're often not going to be having a perfect balance. I mean, that's what the goal is. Like, my channel is all about planting native plants and having the goal of a balanced ecosystem in your garden. But if you aren't at that point, like I am currently building up a native garden, it might not be at that point. So you might need to step in and do things to help make sure a more aggressive native plant, and again, aggressive just means in this environment where it is not being counterbalanced the way it should be in nature. If you need to kind of help that balance happening through controlling it a little bit, it's good to know how to do that. So the two things that I do is I have hedge bindweed and dodder in an area of my garden, and early in the season I pull out as many little shoots as I see of the bindweed, and I just keep doing that. And then some will end up making it, but I have found it doesn't matter because the balance that I have created here with the goldenrod, with wild cucumber vine, with asters keeps that down. And so if I end up seeing a few little bindweeds make it up, like crawl up those things, it does not dominate. I do pull off the flowers though if I see it go to flower, because then it prevents it from going to seed and becoming a worse problem next year. So the goal is to not have to do anything, but if you're in a urban space or a man-made garden, it's not going to probably have that balance. So you want to maybe do these things. So same with dodder, you can pull off the flower heads so that it doesn't go to seed because it prolifically seeds, and you can pick it off of the plants earlier on in the season to keep it a little bit under control. But don't forget, the goal is to keep planting more and more native plants, try to create that balance of things that work together, things that'll thrive, plant things in their correct environment. Like, don't plant things that need wet in a dry environment or that need dry in a wet environment, that kind of thing. And hopefully you can achieve the balance and not worry about those plants that we kind of have a panic over because they're aggressive in the wrong environment. If you pull the flowers off of something like dodder, don't drop them into the garden because they could still go to seed. So you want to pull them off and dispose of them in the garbage.